The scenario we're going to be playing today is called Fire Support. It is number 4 from the 2015 package, and in this one it has Kill Box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 for dominating the friendly flag. You get 1 control point for controlling the enemy flag, and you can dominate also for 2, but it's being contested by the enemy objective, which you can also destroy for 1 point. Hey there guys, this is Malorian, and this is another War Machine Wednesday. On the left, we're going to have Kieran Trimby running his Retribution, and he's taking out Ron in this one here with the dreaded Snipe Feet Go. And on the right side, we have Curtis running his Kador and actually taking Epic Irusk. So in this scenario here, of course, everything that's going on with Ron is going to be all the shooting, and it really is a huge assassination threat. On the right side, the big thing that Irusk has going for himself is a lot of jamming. There is double pikemen, there's also the eliminators, there is the Nis that also has Velashchev, or whatever his name is. He also has the feet so he can get across this annoying river that some jerk put in the middle of the board here. But it's really going to be that, about how he can try and jam up and try and kill those Mage Hunter Strike Force before they can actually deliver that. Now, of course, they also have things like Air Burst from the caster from Epic Irusk. That'll be a thing that can be working on it. There's also the Mortar in here. So anything that's going to start killing off any of those Strike Force is going to be a big deal. So after the roll was done, I can't remember who won. I believe it was actually Kieran who won, who wanted the left side. And then here we're going to be having first the Kador deploying first. And I mean, well, I mean, it's maybe that actually makes sense that Kador won. I can't remember. But man, if Ravyn wins first turn and gets up there, you're in a lot of trouble because this is also Kill Box. And so if Ravyn is able to move up and forcing you to kind of walk into her, it's kind of bad news. So either way, you can see how they're deployed there on the right. Now Retribution going in. Interesting package here where there's the Griffin that's actually going to be Jack marshaled. But we're going to be going already with Kador turn 1 after, of course, the advanced deploy going on here. And it was kind of interesting seeing about how the strike force went down in the bottom. I actually kind of thought they'd be more central in order to take out that mortar. But either way, we are going first with Kador, and he is going to be rushing up here really quick, popping the mini feet with the top pikeman to really just run up and try and get that distance done. Meanwhile, the Kovnik is going to be doing his thing for the central unit here, pikemen. They're not going to be popping mini feet. They're going to be just rushing up as fast as they can and staying in shield wall, trying, you know, resist any damage coming their way. He forgot to put a focus onto the Jack by mistake there, but not the biggest problem because he can't really go very far anyway. Otherwise, Nis kind of running up, but one of the mistakes here is that he forgot to move up Epic Iris, and then Epic Iris is now going to be stopping the Juggernaut from getting focused next turn. So a little bit of a mistake, but here he has Supremacy going on here, and so the pikemen get to get even farther. I mean, they want to get there as fast as they can to try and jam and maybe in charge as many as these guys as possible. So now we're all going on to Retribution turn 1, and he was actually wondering if he could pull off the assassination right away, but it didn't really seem like it was possible, and he wanted to try and pick off a few main pieces first. So Ravyn is going to go up there atop there, just getting a little bit of a scary place. Now that is kind of a problem. I mean, if those Nis go up and do a combined shot, that'll be really bad. So clearly now, as they go up, the two biggest targets they have is one to try and take out the mortar, but after some bad rolls and some just outs, the mortar is actually going to live, but they are going to kill Selena. So Selena killed, all of a sudden those combined ranges aren't that big of a deal anymore, but man, otherwise they didn't really do too much. So the strike force kind of going up and maybe being pushed to do too much. I mean, it's kind of nice going and killing off Selena, but now they're in a spot where they can really be jammed and even attacked. So a few more things running up here. The Griffin really going up, getting an extra focus from the Arcanist to rush over to there. But otherwise, the gun line is up and ready to shoot. So we're on to now Khador turn 2. This is where you want to allocate a piece of focus, but saw that Epic Irusk is there being a jerk. There's actually Epic Irusk on both sides, but she doesn't do that against the Retribution Jacks. It's only the non-Retribution Jacks that she stops that from happening. So otherwise, Epic Irusk is going to be going up and trying to take a shot here to Ravyn, but it was out of range. A little bit farther, of course. Otherwise, he's kind of trying to measure, seeing where he can get with all of his models. You can see there that he actually left a little hole for Epic Irusk to move into. But first, he's going to be going up with the NIST. Now, of course, those Strike Force do have stealth, so that's going to be an issue. But once they get up here, then Valechev, or his name is, lets them Zephyr up even further. And all of a sudden, that's going to bring them within that 5 inches. And now they can actually try and shoot these guys down. Now, they don't have Selena, so again, no combined range. But if you get enough guys rolling, you're going to get those 8s and take these guys down. And again, the more you take out, the better. Now, possibly it would have been better just to run into them, just to do a run order, tie these guys up, just to make sure Irusk is safe. But now he's going to go for the second part of his plan, which is to move up into that little gap that he made, pop feet, and do a little airburst cannon here to kill off a few more models. So it's going to get another Strike Force, 2 of the Riflemen. That airburst gun, really nice against these lightly armored infantry that you see here. The mortar is going to take a shot at Ravyn, scatter off, kill a couple more of the riflemen there, so taking a few more of those guys out. And then meanwhile, we're going to be going up the top, and this is going to be a charge run order. Now, you'd hope to get a little bit farther. First one kind of failed the charge in Epic Irusk, so a lot of these other ones just ran to tie everything up here. Really doesn't want Epic Irusk to get anywhere. Really doesn't want to get any of this stuff to go anywhere. Otherwise, here goes the other pikeman. He was meaning to pop his mini feet, but forgot. And you can see here where they're starting to really tie up a lot of these models. They're not all tied up, but a very good number of them are. And so not only will he not have them to shoot with, but all that space where he needs to advance is really taken up. So otherwise, Gorman and Jack and other things going up. Eliminator's really getting up there to be very aggressive as well, trying to threaten anything that's up on the hill. And now we're on to Retribution turn 2. So odds are this will be Ravyn's feat, and he's going to be looking at a couple of options here. But one of the interesting things about Ravyn is about how this caster can kill a lot of infantry all by itself. I mean, it goes there, hits one thing, gets a free shot, and just keeps on going, right? Buy one, move, you know, kill, shoot. But otherwise, he's going at the top first, really trying to kill off as many things at the top as he can. So one of the things I thought was interesting is that the Banshee is actually going to do a trample, and so instead of just trying to kill a couple of models, that killed like a good 5 pikemen or something. Otherwise, Harm is going to go on to the pikemen from the top from Ayanna and Holt. They're going to be killing a few more. And then here's Ravyn's little dance going to be going on here, where it's going to kill and move and shoot and kill and move. And I really thought that in order to really free up the Strike Force, that Ravyn just go all out. But Kieran decides to go a little bit half measure just to play it safe. Clears up a bit of a hole here, and then stays safe on the hill, camping 3, just in case. Now the Invictors are going to go on the top. They're going to be getting a little bit of attacks here, but the biggest thing they're going to be doing is just trying to block line of sight from those pikemen to Epic Irusk so that Epic Irusk can do her thing. So after the shots and stuff, these pikemen are decimated. I think there's only 3 of them left. Epic Irusk goes now, shoots Epic Irusk, all these epics. Shoots him, take off the focus. That's not really that big of a deal, but Ravyn did pop feet, and now here's going to go Strike Force. One was tied up and engaged, so couldn't shoot. All the other ones going for it, though. And honestly, the first shots were pretty bad rolls. Everything was really low, nothing. But then after a couple of double 6 and so forth, he goes down. So there you go. Victory to Retribution, and thanks for watching.